Hello and welcome to the Ariel Show. I'm Ariel. Guess who I got with me today? A very special guest who is currently totally ignoring me and the fact that I'm trying to film this episode. Hey you guys, welcome to the Ariel Show. Today I have
special
with me,
guest.
This is the special guest. Here he is, guys. One of the most consistent special guests on the show I think we've ever had.
Yeah, you know, my fee goes down every time you have me on.
Your feed goes down?
My fee.
Your fee?
My fee that I charge
Yes, gotcha, that fee I forgot about, my bad.
Yeah.
Today we're talking about the best and worst things about touring. We know a thing or two about touring because we've had the privilege of touring for, I want to say 6 years, 7 years? Full time,
yeah,
like round the clock, lots and lots of touring. Before that, we were doing like little shows like for the weekend and pretending we were on tour. I mean, like I think this is what touring's like, but it would just be like 3 shows in the Midwest.
We were doing our best.
We were doing what we could. So
it was fun.
Let's start with something.
What are we talking about?
Best and worst parts of touring. We've had this conversation.
Sorry.
All right.
My manager didn't give me my script.
You want to start with the good or the bad?
I don't even know if there's any bad.
Oh, I got bad ones.
They're just
Difficult.
it's just part of it, you know? I used to resist these things that would happen on tour, and then I just would steal my peace. My expectations would be way up.
Oh, you're turning this into like a teaching lesson.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
My entire life is a teaching lesson.
Boy, you said it. Okay.
I had a cup of coffee before I came in here, so I'm
Tell
really
us something challenging about touring.
challenging on tour? Okay, so here's one. You spend all of like months and months prepping for this thing, right? And you're getting all your social media stuff ready, and you're like, oh man, this person's gonna love this, and you're getting the set ready, and then you get to the show, and you walk out on stage, and you're like, oh, I know that person, I know that person, but then everybody else is watching the show just like this.
You don't like that?
It's no, it's annoying, because then you're like, here comes the greatest guitar spin move ever. And then everybody's like, oh, let's see if I got that.
That's funny. You know, I guess I used to feel the same way, but then I started thinking about this a while ago. I thought every phone that's up in the air means someone's probably going to share this moment with somebody else, which is a really great way to share the show. Like, I want the show to be out in the world.
If they're anything like me, I've got tons of stuff on here that never... I have the best intentions. I'm like, I'm going to organize that folder for that trip, and this folder for this. This will be my food folder, and then I'll go back. Food folder? And I'm just like, I don't do that. You know, we should have like a mandatory, here's like, 15 minutes in, okay, everybody get your phones out. This is the mandatory phone.
So, note to self, guys, if you're going to stand on Shawn's side on the upcoming tour,
not like
Shawn will steal your phone from you because he'll get mad at you. If you're in front of me, you get as many phones out as you want. I don't really care. Okay. I'm going to say something positive now, okay? I've got my little list here because I come prepared. My first favorite thing about touring has been getting to hang out with our VIPs. And I don't know if that sounds genuine
You stole
or not,
my good idea.
but it is.
Fun thing.
We freaking love this. So what we do is we open the venue early to a handful of people, and we come out there, and it's just like so exciting. Like everyone's so excited. We're so excited. We're signing. We're doing pictures, and it's kind of like the way to gauge like what that city is going to be like, what that show is going to be like. And usually the VIPs are the most enthusiastic ones, and that's why they're VIPs. And so it's just like a big love party. I feel so loved and supported. I'm like, we have the best fans.
It's like back in the day when like we met every single person that came to the show.
Yeah.
Now it's like we don't have that luxury anymore. And
well, we still do a lot, even if it takes a minute. We still do.
We still do that, but
the VIPs
it's nice
is a lot less
because
rushed.
it's no rush.
Yeah.
And it's very like genuine, and they get to share stories.
We can hear what they're saying.
Yeah.
It's like the best part of like a meet and greet without like the loudness. So, okay.
I think the best thing for me is just a really, I get really fulfilled like going out and seeing the world through.
Oh, like the traveling aspect.
Yeah, like ever since I was little, like my family was raised up like we were like economically deficient. Is that right?
Disadvantaged?
Disadvantaged.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did like
poor.
We did like fun things like that. It cost a lot of money, so we'd go hiking or go to the lake and things like that. So like being able to like travel the United States and even the world.
Yeah.
And like seeing like mountains, I'm like, oh my God, there's mountains, or like, oh, look at that.
Do you like the nature part better?
Oh, absolutely.
That's so funny because I prefer like sightseeing in the city. Like I love it when the venue's in a really cool part of the city.
Oh, I love that
and
too.
I can do like the little walking stuff. And this is something in the last couple of years I've tried to get better with, because I used to just kind of like sit in the green room and like prep for the show. We actually had to do a lot of like work on our computers promoting the show, and now we've tried to do more of that during the day, so when we do arrive to the venue we can like go explore a little bit. And I love finding new places to eat, which brings me to my negative of touring. One of my least favorite parts of touring is when we get to a venue and there's no food nearby. You've seen me, I freak out. You guys, you
go out to the main road and you look down and you see like maybe a Dollar General.
Yeah, like
and
a
then
McDonald's.
you look the other way and there's like, you know, a rundown Taco Bell.
Yeah, because I schedule my day, as most of you do probably, it's very normal, schedule my day around what I'm going to get to eat that day. And that's what I love touring for, is you get to eat all these like awesome exotic places. I'm like a huge Yelp junkie, so I'm always on Yelp figuring out what I want to eat that day. And when there's no options, my gosh.
We even hit some of those cities like out in the middle of nowhere still, like our like B and C markets, where you like, okay, there's nothing to eat. Okay, I'll just Uber somewhere, and then you go to Uber, and there's no Ubers because it hasn't made it to that city yet.
Yeah, so...
And then you got the van connected to the trailers, and then everyone's unloading.
It's just, we eat so much, like, not yummy fast food. There's so many times on the road where you have to eat at McDonald's, and that's the only option, that when we actually get to the venue, and it should ideally be in an environment that's, like, well-populated and has food options, if that's not the case, I'm very disappointed.
Yeah. But these are guitar picks.
Okay.
And sometimes when I'm playing and people are like, you know, well, what's he gonna do? And I'm like, I throw a pick out. I've seen people like jump away from it like it's some kind of knife.
When you want them to like be excited and catch it.
Yeah, and I'm like, how did we just miscommunicate there?
Maybe you gotta like
throw a pick.
Make some eye contact.
People are like moving like it's some kind of sword coming at them.
Well, why don't they want your guitar pick?
I have no clue. Maybe
why don't you guys want his guitar pick?
I don't know. I think the last negative thing I have is just the fear of dying when you're in the middle of the night.
God, that's such a good one. I also have this fear.
Like a fear of death.
Tell them about that.
Well, when you're driving, sometimes when you're in a van, or like we have like this bandwagon thing, it's kind of like a tour bus, and like, you know, you're sleeping and then you're like in your bunk, and then you just start kind of like rolling backwards, and you're like, what's going on?
No, I feel the sudden braking, and I'm just like, this is it.
And you're like going straight up a mountain, and then you're like, oh, okay, we're going up a mountain, and then you start going, and you start sliding forward. And you're like, okay, we're going down, and then it just keeps going faster and faster and faster. And then I wake up to look out, and you're like, barreling down the side of this mountain.
So many times that we have pretty much died. We've woken up on the side of the road because our driver fell asleep and just veered off the road.
Oh yeah.
We've gotten to a crazy bus accident where the entire roof has gotten ripped off and we almost died.
That's probably the worst thing about touring, is the fear of dying.
We've literally, Adam ran the van into the car ahead of us at a Nashville show once.
Yeah,
so
that happened.
Yeah, there's a lot of fear. I always think, hey, if I'm gonna die, like at 3 in the morning.
Might as well die on tour.
That's exactly what I think. I'm like, I'm with my friends, I'm doing what I love. This is not a bad way to go. Like, I've made peace with the fact that we might die on tour, and that's okay. Now I hope we don't jinx it and die on tour. That would suck.
I think we're like 10 minutes in.
Okay, yeah, we gotta wrap this up. Good point. Okay, my favorite thing about tour, my favorite moment recently has been walking on stage for the first time and connecting with the audience for the first time. We used to open a lot, and so then, you know, you'd be playing a show when people are still coming in. Since we've been headlining the last couple of years, it means the room is full, the energy is there,
our
crowd is warmed
fanatics.
up. Yes, fanatics. And that first moment where you just feel the pulse of the room, and there's like so much bursting energy. Like, as a crowd, I felt that as a crowd member.
Pulse.
Okay. I felt that as a crowd member before going to other shows. To be on the receiving end, it's like you collect all that energy all at once, and it's just like a heart explosion, and I have to like discipline myself not to blow out my voice because I am so just ecstatic to have that moment. It's like what all the work is for, and it's like, here we are, we're doing the thing. We're doing the thing that we've worked months and months and months for. So, those were that. We have so many great tour dates. I'm going to put all the dates in the description so you can see if we're coming to your city. We've actually added a couple since last week when we announced the dates. And if you're watching this on Friday, that means the tickets are live. So
yes,
go get yourself some tickets. We've also noticed...
These will go really fast. I'm serious. These people have been anticipating this one because it's Ariel's
Turn Your Pain into Art Tour. Oh my God,
Turn Your Pain into Art Tour. The book's coming out. This is a huge moment for her. if you want to make it to one of our shows, this will be the tour to be on.
This is the one to do it. We also have heard on social media, those of you who are wanting the Turn Your Pain to Art tour to come to other countries, other continents, we have heard you, and
we're working on it.
We promise there's good news on the horizon, so please just stay patient. We can't announce anything early, but good stuff's in the works. So please subscribe to this channel. We love you. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you out on the road on the Turn Your Pain to Art tour 2018. Whoop whoop.
Bye.
Fight back your demons.